Okay. Hey guys, wow, this feels so weird to do. Well, a few things have changed in my life. I am married, graduated college, bought, built, and moved into my first home, and am now a registered nurse in Nashville, Tennessee. Honestly, today I just wanted to sit down and give you guys all of the life updates, talk to you guys, talk about the future of this page, this channel, my life, what's going on for any of those of you that may still potentially watch this video. And if for some reason this is the very first video you are seeing on my channel, hey, my name is Jade. I have made YouTube videos since I was 14 years old. I have taken a fat break, but honestly, just with so many beautiful things happening in life recently, it felt like an injustice to not give you guys some updates. Truly, this channel and doing social media has been such a huge part of my life and such a huge blessing in my life that I wanted to make sure I kept everyone updated. Okay, honestly, I have no plan for this video and I don't even really know where to start. So the last video I posted on this channel, I was kind of talking about my wedding planning journey. And in that video, I mentioned that I actually have been making a lot of TikTok videos. If you guys are unfamiliar, and I trust me, this video is not just gonna be me like promoting my TikTok page. I've actually become super active on TikTok in the last year and a half, 2 years. If you wanna go back and get yourself a little bit more acclimated and adjusted with myself and my life, that would be a great place to start. Honestly, I've loved TikTok because it just feels like such a natural, organic way to post content on social media. Made many videos talking about YouTube and my struggles with it just this last few years of life. I feel like social media and content creating has changed so much. Honestly, I feel like I just struggled to really feel like I fit in the space that social media and influencing has taken now. But at my heart, I am still so passionate about filming and creating content and sharing just my life with you guys. So I wanted to sit down and give you guys these updates, talk about some really exciting things that have happened in life and exciting things that are to come. But since that video, it's kind of been to be our starting place for telling the story time of the last like 6 months of my life. So I graduated from college this May. As you guys know, I was studying nursing, so I graduated with my BSN in May of 2024. In about March of this year, I actually accepted my new grad nurse residency position. I am actually working at my dream hospital that I always wanted to work at. I'm not gonna name drop exactly which hospital because I feel like that's kind of not necessary. I'm working in a cardiac step-down unit, and for any of you guys who are not in healthcare, that is kind of like a cardiac acute / critical-ish care unit. It's kind of an in-between between an ICU and a typical med-surg floor, but we specialize in cardiac care. Honestly, this was a job that I very much didn't expect myself to be doing right when I graduated. My path in nursing honestly has looked so different than I always thought it was going to when I was in nursing school. I can so confidently say that I'm so thankful that my life has taken the path that it has. Even in just these first few months of nursing, I have learned so much about myself, so much about what I'm truly passionate about when it comes to healthcare. And honestly, my 5-10 year plan for my career has honestly changed a lot in these last few months. I'm not really gonna go into depth about all of the ways that I feel like my passion and kind of path for nursing has changed, because obviously we are nowhere near making any big career changes right now because I literally have only been a nurse for like 3 or 4 months. But although that change has been scary, although starting somewhere that I didn't expect myself to start, and also just realizing that I like and dislike different aspects about nursing has been really scary, it's also been such a beautiful thing to give myself the freedom to change. Give myself the freedom to be passionate about different things, pursue different things, not feel like I'm giving up on a dream just because what I care about has changed. After I graduated, I actually stayed in Cleveland, Tennessee for a majority of the summer because our wedding was actually gonna be in Cleveland, Tennessee in June. So I kind of spent the summer hanging out with friends that I wasn't gonna see because we were gonna be moving, finishing a lot of wedding planning. As you guys know, I shared a ton of my wedding planning content on my TikTok page. I was a very big like budget-friendly DIY bride gal. If you guys want any wedding planning tips and tricks, I feel like I have so many I could share with you guys. And there is a ton on my TikTok page, so definitely go back and check those out. And I also was studying for my NCLEX. The NCLEX, again, for any of you who are not familiar with nursing lore, I can't believe I just used that word, that's so funny. The NCLEX is our national board exam that makes us a registered nurse, because graduating from nursing school does not make you a nurse. Passing the NCLEX makes you an RN. Studying for that test honestly was one of the hardest things I have done. I don't even think the test was that hard, being so straight up with you, but there was a lot of prep that had to go into it. There was a lot of material that I needed to review because inevitably after 4 years you forget a few things. Honestly, I think what made it the hardest was just that I had just graduated. My last semester of nursing school was so challenging for me, just like stress level wise. I was so burnt out and honestly just struggling. And so sitting down and studying for that massive of an exam was just something I did not want to do at all. But I'm so happy to share with you guys that I did pass my NCLEX in my first try on June 10th, I believe, was the day that I took it. Truly the biggest blessing and one of those really surreal moments that like I can't even put into words actually passing the NCLEX and being an RN after all of this work, many, many years of dreaming of wanting to be a nurse. So after that, the real intense wedding prep began because we were 2 weeks out from the wedding. And actually right before I posted this video, I'm actually about to post our wedding video for you guys. Honestly, it feels so crazy to just like randomly out of the blue post our wedding video after I literally haven't posted a video in 9 months. If you haven't watched that, make sure to go and check it out. It was created by the incredible Hamilton Baker. We got married on June 29th, 2024 in Cleveland, Tennessee. Truly was the most incredible, surreal day of my entire life. I know that everybody says that about their wedding days, but I truly can't even put into words how much that day meant to me. Of course, it was just this beautiful, you know, symbol of the Lord's faithfulness to me and his provision of Oliver, who is my incredible husband. But honestly, also just when I rewatch that video, I look at those pictures, I think about that day. It was also such a surreal, beautiful moment to have every single person that I loved, friends, family, from so many different seasons of my life in one room together, all there to celebrate and witness this beautiful moment in life. I was at another wedding for a friend recently, and one of my friends had come all the way from New York City to come to this wedding and was having to like fly out that same night to be able to go back to work the next morning. And I asked her, I was like, I mean, weddings are slay, but like, that's a lot of commitment to come to a wedding. And she put this so beautifully. She said, being a part and actually getting to be at someone's wedding is truly a once in a lifetime experience for your friendship. Most of the time, you're not at someone's college graduation. Most of the time, you're not there in the room when they're giving birth to their first kid. But when you're invited to someone's wedding, you are getting to sit front row to the second, the moment that two people create a new family together and become married. And she said, that's a privilege and that's an honor and something that is so special. And honestly, now going through it on my own, I feel like I can even better understand what she was talking about, because I can't even really accurately describe how special it was. Obviously, it was a special day for me and my husband, but also equally how special it was to be able to look at all the people who had came, traveled, showed up to witness this life-changing moment in our lives. It was also just such a reminder of truly how blessed I am in this life with the people who have come around me to become my friends and my family. Honestly, it was a huge moment of reflection of just how much growth and change has happened in the last 4 years of my life in college. But I could make a whole video rambling about our wedding day and truly how special it was, but we will save that for another time. Right after our wedding, we went on our honeymoon, and we honeymooned in Portugal. Our honeymoon was absolutely so incredible. I have never been to Portugal before. My husband had been when he was younger, but truly it was the trip of a lifetime. Neither of us honestly wanted to do the typical like resort, relaxation, beach honeymoon. Neither of us are really big all-inclusive people, and we are way more people who like to travel and adventure and experience different cultures. So being able to go to Portugal and have a very, very like go adventure-y honeymoon was so perfect for us. We started our honeymoon in Lisbon and got to explore the beautiful capital city of Portugal. There's so much rich history and architecture and art in Portugal. And Lisbon truly is the center, I feel like, of all of that. So we spent the first half, we were there for about a week. We spent the first half of our week in Lisbon exploring and doing so much. I feel like every one of our days in Lisbon was like top to bottom so packed. Also, while we were in Lisbon, we did take little day trips to visit Sintra, where there's these beautiful like medieval castles and palaces that are so stunning. Also, the beautiful hill town of Sintra is gorgeous in itself to view. We also went to Cascais, which is a beach town outside of Lisbon as well. And we also went to Guincho, which is a beautiful beach also outside of Lisbon. Then we spent the second half of our trip in the Algarve coast. We took a train down to Lagos, Portugal, and there was definitely more of our beach relaxation side of our honeymoon. That was a really special time because, of course, the Algarve coast is stunning and beautiful, but it's definitely a slower pace of life than Lisbon because it's not necessarily big city vibes. So there we really enjoyed the beach, the beautiful weather. We had a really gorgeous Airbnb that we were staying in. We had incredible food. We had a lot of fun experiences. In the Algarve coast, we actually got to do some incredible hiking around these just insane, from the movies, cliffside beach viewpoints. That was really definitely a fun aspect of our trip to do some more outdoorsy things since both of us are big outdoorsmen. Then we got back from our honeymoon in Portugal and we moved into an Airbnb in Nashville. That next weekend, I think we went to Cleveland and kind of officially moved out of my college apartment, and he still had a few things that he had in Cleveland as well. And for about 2 months, we actually bounced around between Airbnbs in Nashville because, as you guys can see by the backdrop behind me, we built a a brand new house. We actually started the process back in March of this year, and we signed our contract to build this beautiful home. Truly, it has always been one of my biggest life dreams and ambitions to own a home young and early in life. I just feel like it's so beautiful to put down and really establish roots somewhere, and also it's such a blessing to be able to be a homeowner. It was something that me and my husband honestly have been working towards for years, and something that has been in both of our hopes and dreams and plans to be able to do when we first got married. And truly, I feel more blessed than I can even like put into words to be able to be sitting here and filming this video for you guys in a home that I own at 22 years old, and also to be able to be in a home that we got to build ourselves. It's so cool when I look around and just think about that we will forever be the first owners of this home. Our build process honestly went incredibly smoothly. It took them from March to about September to build our home. It definitely kind of became a little bit extended there at the end. I kind of thought we were only going to be in an Airbnb for maybe a few weeks, and then it did end up being like a full 2 months. But honestly, our Airbnb era was still fun. We were getting to live like super in the heart of downtown Nashville. And honestly, it will always be our sweet, humble beginnings to our marriage. And then on September 4th of 2024, we officially got to close and move in to the house that you are seeing in the background of this video right now. So our beautiful house is just outside of Nashville. I'm about 20 minutes from downtown because I work downtown. We truly got such an incredible deal on this house, and I just truly feel like this was all orchestrated by the Lord, because there is no way in heck that we were gonna afford anything in Nashville, and then this opportunity came up, and it just was so perfectly aligned for us and our timeline and the place that we wanted to be. And honestly, we have just loved living here. I have absolutely no complaints. Of course, there's been a couple things that have gone wrong. We did have like a toilet explode with sewer water. That was kind of gross, but they fixed it, so we're slaying. And also, after our honeymoon, about 2 weeks from when we got back, I started my very first nursing job, which I know I kind of talked about in the beginning of this video, talking about nursing, career path, things like that. But truly, since starting my job, I have really enjoyed it. It is so cool to actually be a nurse and be able to be taking care of people and directly impacting people's lives in really hard moments every single day. But also, like I said, there have definitely been challenges that have come along with being a new grad nurse. It is just such a transition, and truly, I don't even think I can put into words how different it feels to actually be a practicing nurse versus a nursing student. You think you're prepared to be a nurse after doing all those clinicals, and you think you know what it's gonna feel like, but truly you do not until you do it. And like I said, it's been such an interesting season of, honestly, in full transparency, a lot of hardship, learning, and adjusting to a new career field and just being in my post-grad life in general. But also, it's been such a beautiful season of change, because I feel like I have learned so much about myself, about life, just about what honestly I want out of my career. Newlywed life, new marriage life, our home, everything like that has been honestly just pure bliss and so incredible. My job obviously has its challenges. Nursing is just a challenging profession, but I honestly feel like I've learned so much about myself and so much about life in these last few months that I am so thankful for. And honestly, I just feel excited for where my nursing journey is going to take me. I'm very happy where I'm at right now, but I, as you guys know, I'm a big dreamer, and I'm already dreaming and planning for my future. And it's been very interesting to watch and see and experience how those plans that I have for my life honestly have changed, but not in a bad way, in a beautiful way, because change can be really great sometimes. For the most part, those are all of the life updates I can think about right now. Obviously, I know those are kind of a lot of big ones. Of course, there have been so many other fun, incredible memories made along the way these last 6 months. We have some really fun plans coming up. We're going camping this weekend. I hosted my first dinner party here with some of my high school best friends and some of their husbands, because my friends are also married now too, which is crazy to think about. We hosted that last night. It was truly so incredible being able to host people in our home for the first time. We're doing a little Halloween family get together next week here at our house as well, and I'm gonna make all kind of fun Halloween treats. I also am gonna get to go back to my college town and visit my best friends weekend after next, which I am so thrilled about, because I miss my girls. But truly, I just feel so thankful for the place in life that we're at right now. I feel like we are so extremely blessed, and it only felt right to come on here and give you guys a little bit of an update on life and how everything is going, because truly this channel and social media has been such a big part of my life, literally since I was 14 years old. It's not only opened up so many opportunities in my life, but I also feel like it has been one of the biggest contributing factors to me learning how to be confident in myself and be creative and use my voice. It truly is my way of creative expression, and even when obviously I take long breaks from posting on YouTube, or maybe I switch from one platform or another, it truly is something I'm always gonna love and I'm always gonna be so incredibly thankful for. And for those of you who are actually gonna sit down and watch this video all the way to this point, which like blows my mind, thank you. It means so much. And it's honestly crazy to me that anyone would be invested in my life enough to watch this video. But that's really the beautiful thing about life, and the beautiful thing about sharing your life online is how many people can be impacted and how many new friends and new connections you can make from all across the world just by putting yourself out there. If you guys have any specific videos you want to see on this channel, or if you're coming from TikTok or coming from somewhere else, or you're gonna go check out TikTok or Instagram or whatever now, let me know what type of content you guys want to see from me, because I really do want to make the content that you guys want to see. Again, I honestly don't really have a plan for this YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm gonna be consistent on this channel again. I don't know if I'm just gonna keep doing TikTok. I might come back and start posting weekly content again on here. But I did feel like you guys were overdue for an update, especially while I'm still trying to figure out what life is gonna look like now in this next chapter. What I do know for sure is that in one way or another, you guys are coming with me in this next chapter of life. And I am so excited about that and so thankful for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.